kitchen table wizards, what's up deck brewers from all over the world. Today we will be building a nice equipment deck that's all about the swords. So this time we will be building for you a nice equipment brew, and when I mean we, that means that our intern is back. Welcome back, Nora.
Glad to be back.
Now, as always, this will be a budget brew for around $50 maximum, and this time, especially to give you a lot of inspiration, I've put in a lot of different cards. The deck will be full of one-offs. Now, before we jump into the deck, a little shout out to our partner Card Market. These nice people keep on throwing me vouchers, and I need to throw them back to you. Now, if you like my content, you can always give a like, you can always subscribe, but most important thing, if you want to be eligible for our little contest and win something, you need to put in a comment below. And this time we are going to do a little quiz, and I'll be giving away 3 booster packs of Kaldheim that I will be shipping to anyone all over the world, but I won't be doing that for free. No. We need to find out how creative you are. We're going to do an equipment contest. And Nora, she will be our first participant. Nora, show me what you came up with.
Red lipstick costs 2 mana. Equipped creature is red and must be blocked by all creatures. Now, these creatures obviously cannot deal combat damage to the creature who's wearing the red lipstick, because it's irresistible wearing red lipstick.
Okay, a very flavorful first equipment. So I want to have you put in the comments your equipment design, and I don't want it to be a weapon. So no weapons, something else, something funny, something flavorful, something original, and you might win 3 Kaldheim boosters. As always, we start with the flavor of the deck, the basic lands. I play 10 plains and 7 mountains, and this way we go back to battle for Zendikar with this Hedron-filled plains and these beautiful mountains. Needle Spire is a nice man land which has double strike, which is great when you throw some equipment on it. Temple of Triumph gives us some color fixing and scry action. I also played the 2 artifact lands to help activate Metalcraft, a Sejiri Steppe and a Axgard Armory. The last land can give us red or white mana, a Needleverge or Pillarverge pathway. Now I want to be flavorful, and I want to build this deck around the swords of Magic the Gathering. So there only will be swords in this deck. Now Nora will help me to show to you some really powerful swords. Yeah, they're swords of fire and ice, Sword of Light and Shadow, Sword of Feast and Famine. There's also Godsend, Ember Cleave. These are all super powerful swords. There is, although, a little problem. That's the price of these cards. These are not really budget cards. So I went looking for you to find some swords that are budget to put in this deck. Scavenged Blade and Ancestral Blade are commons that equip immediately, and both Hero's Blade and Blackblade Reforged love the 12 legendary creatures we'll be playing. Sanctuary Blade gives protection from a color, Valkyrie Sword boost and can create an angel in the late game. Forebear's Blade gives +3/+0 trample and vigilance, Sword of Vengeance gives +2/+0 first strike, trample, vigilance and haste, and the Heirloom Blade gives +3/+1 and has some tribal synergy with some of the creatures in the deck. Seraphic Greatsword gives +2/+2 and creates an angel when you're behind. So these were our first 10 swords. There is one coming later, but now we need to look at some Swordmasters. Goblin, Cavalier and Novice Knight are our 2 1-drops. Without swords, they're quite useless, but you're happy to have them in your opening hand. Champion of the Flame hits hard when he has a sword. Weapons Trainer likes equipments, and the abilities on Swiftblade Vindicator make it a very nice creature to equip. Stonehaven Outfitter boosts the team and can provide a little bit of card draw. Relic Seeker is our cheap version of Stoneforge Mystic, and Pure Steel Paladin is such a powerhouse I needed to include it in the deck at least once. Now this Ogre equips for free, and the Sky Hunter looks at the top 6 cards for an equipment when it attacks, and it has about 90% chance of hitting an equipment. The last of our Swordmasters is Leonin Shikari, and this one makes blocking very difficult for your opponent when you have some equipments out. These were the first 10 Swordmasters. Now on to some legendary Swordmasters. First up is a fan favorite, Rorak, son of Roga. As you see in the image here, he needs a sword to be effective, as his base power is 0, but he also costs 0 mana, so what can you expect? However, the first strike, trample and menace are very useful when you put, for example, a hero's blade on it. Cole the Forgemaster protects equipped creatures from spot removal and makes our tokens stay a bit longer. Rayaf has attacking creatures that are equipped gain double strike, and Danita really likes her swords. She makes them cheaper to cast, and she's a nice target to give a sword herself. Wylet, Soul of Steel from Commander Legends, can be a card drawing machine in the deck, and Arden makes sure that at least one creature is fully equipped at the beginning of combat. Akiri is also a nice card. It can draw you cards, and it can also protect creatures from a lot of spot removal. We also have a fox in the deck. Zirda has some good stats, 3/3 for 3 mana, and it reduces the equip cost by 2. Valduk makes a lot of angry elementals when it's equipped. And Tajik, Legion's Edge, is not really here for the synergy with equipment. It's just a solid legendary creature for Boros with good stats and a lot of text. It can also protect our creatures versus opposing burn players. Tiana is our angel of the bunch, and she makes sure our swords are safe from removal. The inspiration of this deck comes from a new card. It's a creature, that's also an equipment, and it's a god. Halvar, God of Battle, gives all equipped creatures double strike, and it equips for free each turn. It also has a sweet alternative version with some nice art, but more importantly, you can also play its backside as an equipment. The Sword of Realms gives a creature +2/+0 and vigilance, and when the creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. Now this deck mainly consists of 3 things: lands, creatures and swords. Now I did find 3 slots to put in a little bit of other stuff. Let's have a look. Sigarda's 8 has you play your equipments at instant speed, and they attach immediately, and this only for 1 mana. Forging the Tyrid Sword is a very flavorful card. It makes us treasure, and it looks for Halvar or some equipment. And to finish off, we need to put, of course, a Planeswalker in the deck. Nahiri, Storm of Stone, is my Planeswalker of choice. It gives first strike, makes equipment cheaper to activate, and it can even act as a limited removal spell. So this was the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave your design of your own personal equipment in the comments below to win some Kaldheim boosters. And if you want to stick around, that means you want to find out about the power rankings. We don't play the most powerful swords in Magic the Gathering in this budget deck, so I gave this deck a 7 for power, complexity and consistency. You want to be attacking with your equipped creatures, as the deck lacks removal for defensive play. I really like the flavor of the deck with all the swords, and I really enjoy playing with it. It could also be the beginning of a stronger and more expensive equipment deck. This deck does well against other creature decks, both aggressive and mid-range. Just stay away from control players or combo players, as this matchup is less favorable. Now if you're still here now, you want to find out who won the card market voucher, and Nora, will you do the honors?
Congratulations, Angry Katrine. Check out the description down below on how to contact us to claim your prize.
So this was the deck tech. I already look forward seeing your designs in the comment below, and when you design an equipment that is not a weapon, make sure to keep it casual, because that's what we do. We always keep it casual. Bye!